Mike Hilton has been a long-term rostrum member, and if you've ever been to a Club 50 meeting, afterwards he puts on an amazing spread. So tonight, he's met Winston Churchill, so the story goes, or was it that Winston met Mike Hilton? Who knows? But there's no one more qualified to speak on the topic than 10 Pound Poms. Please welcome Mike Hilton.
I was 5 years old when the war finished, and the amount of American soldiers that came to England for their holiday, and one of them decided to go to Scotland, and he got a ticket on a train and went aboard, and the train took off, but he could not find a seat. It was absolutely packed. But finally, he managed to see a compartment where this rather haughty lady was sitting with her dog next to her. So the soldier opens the door and says, "Excuse me, madam," he said, "look, I've been up and down the train, there ain't no seats, so do you mind if I come and sit where the dog is?" And she said, "No, the dog stays here." So he said, "There ain't no more seats anywhere," so he comes in, grabs the dog and throws it out the window. And in the corner is this old guy, lowers his newspaper and says, "I say, old chap, you've thrown the wrong dog out, the wrong bitch out of the window." That was one of them. Also, about that time, there was this Arabian sheikh came to Scotland to do some business. And while he was there, he was taken ill and needed a blood transfusion. And they found a Scotsman who would donate the blood. And when the sheikh comes out of the hospital, he finds the Scotsman and gave him a brand new Rolls Royce. He was absolutely staggered. Anyway, a few weeks later, the sheikh has to come back again to Scotland and more business. And it must have been the food that he ate, because he was ill again and needed another blood transfusion. And they found the same Scotsman who eagerly raced in and donated some more blood. After the operation and he comes out, he finds the Scotsman and gives him a bar of chocolate. The man is amazed. He said, but he said, before, he said, you gave me a brand new Rolls Royce. And the sheikh said, "Oh, laddie, now I've got Scotch blood in me." When I finally got to Australia, I got off the ship and got a taxi, and the taxi driver opens the boot and says, "Right, put your port in the boot." I said, "I beg your pardon?" He says, "Put your bloody port in the boot." I said, "I ain't got no grog with me." He says, "Put your bloody suitcase in the boot." So that was that. Anyway, we're driving down the road, and what's the red flag for? I haven't started. He's down the road, going down there for a few minutes, and I realise he's going the wrong way. So I tap him on the shoulder I said, excuse me, and he nearly crashes the car. And he says, oh, I'm terribly sorry. And I said, I'm sorry I did that. He said, today it's the first day that I've ever driven a taxi. And I said, oh, what have you been doing? He said, well, for the last 10 years, I was riding a hearse. So I think that just about winds me up for today. Thank you.